Understandably, a very emotional service honoring two Baton Rouge police officers who are heroes to the capital area, Sergeant David Poirier, Corporal Scotty Canizaro. They are described as elite and friends.
One of the things that they said that they were trading in their rotor blades for angel wings. You know, this entire service was an emotional display of love and remembrance for two men who absolutely devoted themselves to their community, to their families, and most of all to friendship. I know you didn't have to know them to sit through this service and feel like you knew them at the end of that.
Exactly, and this is a live picture outside of Estruma Baptist Church. As you can see, there are dozens and dozens of police officers from across our area there who came to honor those men who served and sacrificed their lives doing what they love. And of course, we're going to have the very latest tonight at 5 right here on NBC Local 33 News at 5, and as well as on our website, brproud.com. This is a live picture outside of Estruma Baptist Church in Baton Rouge for the services of Sergeant David Poirier and Corporal Scotty Canizaro. The service just wrapped up, but they are walking outside where they are going to have a small ceremony.
Yeah, we're going to stay here until they do that 21 gun salute. We know that the pastor has released them here in an orderly fashion to make sure that they are paying their respects for that. You can tell that there are a lot of people who showed up for this occasion, family, friends, law enforcement for all over the state showing up to give their condolences for these two men who meant so much to their communities and their families.
Exactly, and one thing that Chief Murphy Paul talked about during the service was just how hard it is to actually be a police officer. And one thing that he talked about was when he gets that call. He knows that, of course, how hard it is to be a police officer. And he said that since he's been in office since 2018, he's had 6 police officers, including officers Poirier and Canizaro, to die in the line of duty since he has been in office, and he's had to have those tough conversations with families about losing their loved ones in the line of duty. And the Corporal Canizaro and Sergeant David Poirier, they were part of the Air Support Unit. Everyone, of course, talked about their personalities, their friendships, and things like that. And there was a little humor there as well. We do know that they were husbands and fathers. Their family is there outside as well. And you can see there's actually dozens of police officers. During our report earlier, we talked about how some of the men and women from Livingston Parish was there, St. George police was there. I'm sure state police is there as well. I know I saw Mayor Broom walk outside, and a few of the East Baton Rouge Metro Council members as well.
And when the Speaker of Air Support spoke, Captain John Gonzalez, he described the duo as elite, the perfect match for the job. He said that they gave their lives doing what they loved doing. He talked about how invested they were in their jobs and how they, were known for putting their jobs before a lot of their other responsibilities because they just loved what they did so much. And so they sacrificed themselves as public servants for this position. But he says that it's exactly where they wanted to be.
They may be getting ready to do the salute here now, as you see that big flag there.
Looks like they're about to start the ceremony here with the bagpipes. You can see some of that family there. We do know that after this ceremony, there's also going to be a private ceremony for close family and friends of these two officers. Again, we are still waiting for that 21-gun salute. They are dismissing everyone, that congregation from that memorial service that just wrapped up not too long ago. You can see the show of respect here, everyone here in the audience for these two men.
Waiting right now for this small ceremony outside of the service to start. This is live outside of Estruma Baptist Church, the memorial service. Baton Rouge police saying their final goodbyes to Sergeant David Poirier and Corporal Scotty Canizaro. Sergeant Poirier had served, actually he served with the Denham Springs Police Department from 1999 to 2006, and at that time he was actually named Officer of the Year at one point before he moved to Baton Rouge Police Department. He worked with Baton Rouge Police in the Air Support Unit, and of course, as everyone said today, he, of course, along with Canizaro, did what they loved.
Looks like there's a little bit of rain happening there, but as you can see, not a single person has budged. They are still standing out there paying their respects to these two men. We're also honoring Corporal Scotty Canizero, who's in the force for about 16 years. If you heard people talk about him today, you know that he was known for living his life to the fullest. He was a jokester. He loved having a good time. He made people feel good. He's described as someone who never met a stranger, and I'm sure you could tell that if you were listening to this memorial service, and was the life of the party. Outside of wearing the badge, he was passionate about cooking, going to the gym, and rescuing huskies. You could tell he had a big impact on kids in schools. We had some pictures earlier of us kind of showing off what he liked to do for the department. He was known for showing off the department helicopter to kids. He would fly and land the chopper sometimes right behind the backyard of the schools. He would explain to the children how the helicopters are the police department's eyes in the sky, how rotors help helicopters fly, and what it feels like to sit inside of a helicopter. If you're listening to retired Chief Jeff LaDuff earlier, he was talking about the impact that he had on kids. He told that story about an 8-year-old who's 10 years old now and how he has been researching wanting to be part of the law enforcement, and that's just the kind of impact that these two men had on all the people that they knew, all the people who knew and loved them.
And one thing that the pastor of the church, Pastor Tim Keith, he started the service out just saying thank you to both of the men for the service that they did, because again, it is very hard to be a law enforcement officer. And on their obituary online, you can see there's a ton of comments from people in the community actually saying thank you. And I'm going to read one of them just from someone who says that as a wife of a late EBRSO and fellow brother, thank you for protecting our community. Thank you for risking your life every day for us. God bless your family and may He keep you close in His precious heart. Please know that as brothers and sisters of law enforcement, we are all family. If you need anything, please know that we are always there for you. And even at the end of the service, retired Chief Jeff LaDuff of the Baton Rouge Police Department told all of the police officers that are there just to be careful, again, because they risk their lives doing what they love to do best. And again, we're still waiting right now for the service to start. It looks like most of everyone has seated. It was a little rainy. It looks like maybe the rain has kind of paused just a bit for this service to get through.
While we wait, I'm going to go ahead and read another one of those condolences that we saw under that obituary. This one from Jane Trabo. She says, sending my heartfelt condolences to the family. I had the privilege of knowing Scotty, Tony, and Angela when he rode my bus as a young man. He was the sweetest and most polite little boy. I'm so very proud of the man you became, and thank you for your service and dedication to keeping everyone safe. God bless your loved ones, and rest in peace, Scotty.
A final salute to Sergeant David Poirier and Corporal Scotty Canizaro. And we can hear in the background, here in the newsroom, in our scanner, they're also doing a final salute to those brave heroes.
And again, trading in their rotor blades for angel wings. If you would still like to support this family, we have that information on our website, that's weareproud.com. That's PayPal and Cash App information for anyone still looking to support these families as they continue their healing and their mourning. We'll have more on this in our later shows this evening. Be sure to tune in.